Welcome to our Airbnb in Bangkok. Edna did a great job picking out this place. Super cool, unique. We went to Bangkok to watch the One Championship fights and, of course, explore the city. One thing about the Airbnb is because of all the glass, it wasn't very well insulated. So although there was an air conditioner, it barely kept the place cool. But at least there was AC. I wasn't a big fan of the bathroom being outside, but it was part of the experience. And just like every Thai bathroom I came across, the toilet and the shower are just together. No curtain, no separation. Who knows what's up with that? And although our Airbnb was obviously cheaply constructed, it was still nice and fresh and new versus these shacks across the river. So again, the rich and the poor just kind of stacked on top of each other. And whatever you do not get into the water for many reasons. Giant lizards swimming around being one of them. The neighborhood we were staying in was really interesting, really different from anything I'd ever seen before. There's no zoning, there's clearly no building permits. I can also see how monsoons and severe weather events really affect them because again, people live in basically shacks. So I can't even imagine the flooding and what they must deal with during that kind of weather. This restaurant right here, by the way, was probably the best food we had in Bangkok. And for dessert, these little 35 baht ice creams, which for reference, that's about $1. And we're not going to talk about how much ice cream we ate. So, my stomach is turning all sorts of fun colors. This is from the body conditioning we were doing in Phuket. They were not messing around. And my favorite part of Thailand, besides the training of course, were these little markets. So many cool little things to buy and so much delicious food. This was a green curry that I got, some fresh squeezed orange juice, and some coconut pancakes stuffed with some different things. This right here was this nighttime river cruise to the city that I booked for us through TripAdvisor. It was only something like $35 a person, and as you can see, we had this unlimited cruise ship style buffet, some free drinks, plus entertainment, and of course, an amazing view of the city. They had these traditional Thai dancers, beautiful costumes. They had a little Muay Thai show, which wasn't really Muay Thai, but that's okay, it was entertaining. Live music, all sorts of things, and of course, just the sights. It was probably the most touristy thing we did in all of Thailand, but it was worth every penny. It was a great experience, super entertaining, and just amazing food. The whole thing lasted about 3 hours, and funny story, we actually almost missed it because we had an issue with the Grab and getting there on time, but it's a good thing it worked out and we were able to get on the ship. Again, for me, one of the most interesting things about Thailand was simply the clash between the first world and the third world. The very clean, sophisticated, beautiful side of the city, and then of course the very poor, very simple, basic side. This beautiful mall right by the pier, of course, being an example of that sophisticated first world side, but also with the prices to match. And although I am very adventurous, especially in my culinary tastes, no, I did not try the insects. So we just realized this morning when we woke up what day it is. It's Valentine's Day, and we're each other's Valentine. And honestly, like we're on vacation in Bangkok together. We're gonna go watch some One Championship fights.
It's like the best Valentine's Day.
It's been the best Valentine's Day weekend ever. And you're an amazing Valentine.
This is great. You're an amazing Valentine. We gotta watch fights. We get some good food later. Shake some food.
Yeah. Go hit some clubs later. These One Championship fights were the main reason we came to Bangkok for the weekend, and they did not disappoint. Live fights are always such a different vibe than fights on television. This co-main event here was by far my favorite fight of the night. This little clip doesn't even do it justice. It was a local Thai fighter versus a Scottish fighter. The Scottish fighter won. This celebration here was right after the conclusion of the main event. What a way to celebrate. What a moment for this newly crowned champion. And more than anything, I can imagine that. I can really, really imagine that. That belt would look nice on my wall. We went out on the town after the fights and did this little guided club hopping tour. I'm not much of a partier at all, but it was a really fun experience. It was also the Chinese New Year, so everybody was in celebration mode. And despite staying out late, we were up bright and early, went to Master Tong's gym, got another training session in, and of course just some Master Tong shenanigans as well. He is a hoot and a half. His fighting style is every bit as unique as he is, and I'm so glad we got the opportunity to train together. We had to go to more night markets, of course. To me, the markets were the best way to experience the local culture. Of course, being a total foodie, I could not get enough of all the different dishes. We explored a little bit more for our last day in the city and found the Wat Pho, the reclining Buddha. So it's this huge temple with this massive idol in it, and just the intricacies of all the paintings and everything inside the temple. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. The large open-air temple in which the Buddha is contained is the main part, but then there's all these little buildings, shrines, statues. It's like an entire complex. I tried my best to capture all the details and all the artistry in these videos, but there's just no way. If you ever go to Thailand, you have to visit the temples. One of my mom's friends who visits Thailand all the time told us we could not miss out on seeing these temples. Also, it's a thing where you have to be barefoot in the temple, but I left my socks on. On the bottom of Buddha's feet were these intricate designs made with mother of pearl. They're so beautiful. Here you could buy these coins to drop into the pots and wish for good luck. And just listen to this sound. There was something so incredibly magical about this entire place. I could have spent days here. This is one of the city's oldest temples, built in the 1700s. The reclining Buddha itself, that huge statue, was built about the mid-1800s. It's just this incredibly peaceful, serene, just amazing monument to Thai culture. And of course, their entire style of architecture is just so different from anything in the Western world. The same mother of pearl that you saw on the bottom of Buddha's feet is used on the outside of the temples to give the effect that the entire temple is shimmering and shining. It doesn't really come across on the camera as well at night, but right around sunset, or of course just in the middle of the day, it's really, really noticeable. The whole temple just shimmers and shines. It feels like something straight out of a fairy tale.
And what are we doing right now? Going on a wild ride. Yeah.
This was my first tut-tut ride, and it actually was kind of wild. The driver was nuts.
We really are going on a wild ride.
But it's a good thing he drove the way he did, because we were running just a little bit late and needed time to grab a bite of food before hustling off to the airport and getting ourselves back to Phuket. One more quick meal, and that wrapped up our adventure in Bangkok. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the last episode.